Yo brawlers, this is your man, Glass Chin, and you're watching Glass Chin's Boxing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yo brawlers, don't forget to subscribe to my channel as I'm getting ever closer to my 1000 subscribers goal. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Glass Chin. That's at Glass Chin. So brawlers, like, share, and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and all that jazz. Now that's out of the way, let's look at my thoughts on the Johnny Fisher versus Gabriel Enguema. I think I said his name right. I might just call him Gabby for the rest of this video. Anyway, Mr. Romford Bull and Gabby fought at the Ali Pally on Saturday night. The fight was chief support to the John Ryder versus Danny Jacobs fight. I tried to keep this channel heavyweight based, but I've done a prediction and a few videos on the Khan versus Brook fight, as it's a fight I've been wanting to see for years. I'll release a knockout mashup of the two fights tomorrow morning and release a final video on their poll on my community page tomorrow night. So if you haven't voted already, please do before then. I've just said that the channel's heavyweight based, but I can't not comment on the Jacobs versus Ryder home cooking. I thought Jacobs did more than enough to win the fight 7 rounds to 5. I thought Ryder needed the 12th just to get a draw. I thought Ryder lost the last round and the fight. Rounds 1, 12 and I think maybe 9 or maybe the 10th was harder to score, but the other rounds were pretty cut and dry. So I wouldn't have argued with the draw. But I thought if either man deserved it, then you'd have to go with Jacobs. There's no bias from me. I thought Ryder was hard done by in the Callum Smith fight and may have retired as one of them Brits that should have been world champion. Martin Murray and Paul Smith come to mind in recent memory. Hopefully Ryder gets a title shot now, but it really is a shame for Jacobs, who had it not been for two greats in Triple G and Canelo being in his era would probably have been a long reigning middleweight or super middleweight champion. Hopefully he can bounce back, but age isn't on his side. Eddie Hearn's talking about Ryder fighting Canelo next in the UK, but personally, as much as I'd like to see Ryder get a big payday, Canelo should be concentrating on legacy fights with Demetrius Andrade and Dimitri Bivol, or any of the other champs around the middleweight to light heavyweight divisions. Just a quick update on the Fury versus Whyte situation, and then on to the Johnny Fisher fight. Apparently, according to Frankwarren, Whyte has until the 19th to sign the contract after Matchroom lost the purse bids to Queensberry. I was under the impression that he had until Monday the 21st, so I will do an update video on Monday night. Whyte is still staying quiet on the situation and refusing to let anyone know whether he's going to sign. Hearn is putting a spin on it that he's playing mind games back at Fury, but I'm guessing that is due to the ongoing arbitration case, and Whyte can't say anything, or has been instructed not to by his legal team. Fury, the polar opposite, is doing everything he can to promote the fight. He confirmed on the IFL channel that Hearn's comments were false. Hearn claimed he lost the purse bids because Fury isn't getting the 80% purse split and did a private deal with Frankwarren so that Warren could inflate his bid to beat Matchroom's bid. Fury said if he wasn't getting his mandated split from the purse bids ordered by the WBC, he wouldn't have signed the contract. Hopefully we have an update later this week. What do you think, brawlers? Will Dillianwhyte sign the contract, or will he refuse until the arbitration is over? Right, brawlers, time to give my thoughts on the Johnny Fisher fight. I'm not sure why there's been so much negativity online. I'm not sure why trolls feel the need to tear fighters down. Fisher was a 4-fight prospect and co-main event on a big show. That's a lot of pressure on a young man's shoulders. He was thrown in at the deep end, and I thought he did great. I think Matchroom made a mistake putting him in as chief support. I get why they did it as he sells huge ticket numbers, but I would have thought Matchroom would have learned from the Campbell-Hatton recent stinker in a fight where he was gifted a win. Fisher should have been given more time on small hall shows. He had limited amateur experience and is learning on the job. They put Fisher in a fight that may have looked easy on paper, but with Mr. Gabby's 10-12 record, but the man's been in with some genuine killers, the likes of Oscar Rivas and Deontay Wilder's slayer, Eugene Romanov. Mr. Gabby is never going to challenge for titles, but he's a seasoned, experienced journeyman with a long career, with 122 rounds to Fisher's 9 rounds prior to this bout. It was never going to be easy. There was a lot of strong positives to Fisher's performance. First off, he was cut early in round 1 and never panicked. He stayed calm and didn't let it affect his game plan. He stuck to the script. He tried to show more of his boxing and what he's learned sparring the likes of Tyson Fury, Joe Joyce and Triple D, Daniel Dubois. When Gabby was looking good and getting the better of the toe-to-toe exchanges, Fisher mixed it up and started moving and boxing on the back foot. We see Steve USR Robinson unable to switch it up and change tactics when he was under pressure last week in the 6th rounder against Shane Gill. He looked like a rabbit in the headlights at times, getting beaten to the punch for 6 rounds, taking bombs. Fair play to Robinson though, he took the loss like a man and didn't have any excuses, even though we've heard since that he broke his hand in the 1st round and may have had some other issues outside of the ring. Hopefully we see him back on Sky Sports soon. Well, Fisher stayed cool, calm and collected. He didn't try to rely on his power and swing for the fences trying to knock heads off. as many young fighters do when the going gets tough. It's early days for Fisher, but he will be an exciting one to watch. It will be interesting to see how Matchroom match him up next. A lot of hype was being made around Steve USR Robinson and George Fox. Now that they have to rebuild after their recent losses, Fisher's in a great place domestically to make his mark. With the Matchroom machine behind him, he's in pole position to become a fan favourite, like a David Allen. I personally ain't sure why Tommy Welch isn't getting more promotion, as he's largely unknown, but Fisher versus Welch down the line is fire. For a Southern Area title or the English title, what a fight to make. What do you think, brawlers? Would you like to see Johnny Fisher versus Tommy Welch? Who do you think comes away the victor should that fight ever be made? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to vote on my Amirkhan versus Kellbrook poll. I'm nervous about my pick of Brook winning, and I get the feeling Khan might pull this one off now. You brawlers haven't got a prediction wrong yet, so let's keep that trend going and don't forget to vote. Look out for their knockout mashup video tomorrow morning and my video tomorrow night releasing their poll results. And as always, brawlers, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.